The number of restaurants that have been Michelin recommended or included in the guide has been going up and up in the last few years. Do you think that there's a good feeling about the standard of food you're getting in Glasgow and the types of things that independent restaurants are doing?
Definitely. I think the quality of food in Glasgow has gone up so much in the last 15 years. It's unbelievable, and then every year it just seems to get a bit better, to be honest, with a different restaurant opening, doing sort of even better food. Like last year, obviously Margot was the big one that opened just before the guide, and it's like a restaurant there's not really been anything of that quality and that size in Glasgow ever, I would say, until it came last year. So it's great to see things like that.
What's on the menu today anyway, chef?
Today, right now I'm prepping some Chateaubriands for a special. So we do these with, we cook them over the barbecue. So it's the head of the fillet, so that's obviously where the fillet would be. And then it's the head, so we tie them up and roll them. We serve them for 2 guests with a beautiful pepper sauce made with all the bones and all the trimmings from the beef. And then we serve it with a beautiful dauphinoise potatoes. So super classic, a bit more classic than the rest of the menu, to be honest. But just something that people in Glasgow definitely like, and I think they like how we do it and how we make the sauce. And it's just I wouldn't say there's not a twist to it. It's not as such, but I just say the quality of what we do is maybe a little bit up from what you get as a steak and pepper sauce elsewhere.
Is it Brett's a neighbourhood spot as much as it is something that's a destination dining, right? Like you do get local people that come in on a regular basis.
Definitely, and we definitely see that hugely with sort of locals, people from the neighbourhood going between here and the caravan shop. I mean, they might come here sort of once a month and then go to the caravan shop across the road, more like once a week or twice a week. And it's really nice to sort of really see that these, obviously we saw them coming here, but it's nice to kind of see that they are from this neighbourhood and are sticking to around them.
Yeah. You've cooked internationally, you've visited a lot of different restaurants. What do you think being Michelin recommended means to you?
Do you know, I'd say it's not about me, to be honest. I'd say it's 100% about the guests that we get, and actually the end goal is to be busy, right? The end goal is to serve people good food and be busy enough to be sustainable to pay your staff well and make the room beautiful, cook amazing produce, use nice crockery, nice glasses, and Michelin helps make us busier because people look at the guide as like a point of quality, the same as I do. If I'm going to a European city or a world city, to be honest, then I'll always have a look at the Michelin app and base my days and base where I am and base what I do on the Michelin guide, whether that's places with stars or places that are just in the guide or Bib Gourmands. You know what you're you know the quality you're getting. So I would say it's not about an accolade for me at all, to be honest. It maybe was when I was like a junior chef coming through the ranks. It was always about winning a Michelin star. But to be honest, it's now about just getting bums on seats and having a busy, great restaurant, and the Michelin guide is a massive part. Being in the Michelin guide is definitely a massive part of that.
Food and drink's one of the things that makes Great Western Road stand out for the crowd, makes it an interesting neighbourhood to live in. Are you among good neighbours here? Definitely.
I sort of went through the ranks in London and in Glasgow with Joe from the Lovable Road there. We've got the guys at my local bars, the Ben Nevis, and the guys who own the Ben Nevis also own the Mackay are just across the road. They're awesome guys. It's a really nice network of people. Banana Moon's awesome. The guys that own Banana Moon are great. The Beaver car installation guys are class. They come in for a coffee or a cocktail sometimes on a Friday to the caravan shop. There's a real kind of like group of us that, well, everybody, I guess, it's just a sort of community. It's definitely community based and kind of happy to help each other out, whether it be gas for the beer or a bottle of something that we've ran out of, or even occasionally the Lovable Rogue and I, like if we've ran out of a bit of produce or something like that, we can kind of borrow from each other. So yeah, there's definitely a kind of a network of good people around us.
What ingredients are you excited about for the year ahead?
I'm always excited for wild garlic hitting. I think that's probably what everybody says, but it just kind of is the sign. Like winter and autumn are amazing, and we sort of ferment a lot of stuff down and use it in sauces and dressings and things from previous seasons. But then things start to run low, and you kind of get a little bit bored of root vegetables and things. So that first sort of sign of green in spring is like super exciting, and the wild garlic will probably hit in the next few weeks, to be honest. Starting down in the south of England and then working its way up, and you'll have it for pretty much, I'd say, 4 months or so by the time it hits the north of Scotland. And we get lots in every single week, and we preserve it, so we either ferment it or we turn it into like a compound butter, so then we can use it throughout the year. So we've still got a couple of batches of compound butter from last season in the freezer that we can use for the next couple of weeks, which we do often use in specials and things.
What about wine? What wine's popular right now here?
People are definitely, I think when we first opened Brett, so 5.5 years ago, people were wanting things that were a bit, I don't know, they were coming here because it was a natural wine bar, I guess, at the time, and they wanted something, I guess, a bit like funky or out there. Whereas now, I think people are kind of going back to, do you know what actually is just a good bottle of wine that's interesting, there's a bit of a story behind it, but what's in the bottle is delicious.